The thing is, the last time I had a kickstart only Honda, it was 4 years ago. I promised myself I'm not gonna do it again. But here I am, 4 years later, doing the same mistake. Before this, I had a 1983 Honda XL600, and in 1987, the reason that I said I promised myself not to get another kickstart-only bike, I remember how painful it was to kickstart those bikes. You needed a strong knee, and there is a specific procedure for you to start these bikes, and you gotta know what you're doing, finding the top dead center. But then again, even though I loved the look of the XLs, I always loved the XRs because they were more like race oriented, more lightweight, and the performance was much better. But then when I came across this one, I realized that after 88, they made these with a single carb. Much easier to start, much easier to tune up. This is a 1988 Honda XR600R. But the good thing about it is this is a street legal. So I don't think they came like street legal from the factory, but I know that there are a lot of street legal kit that like previous owners installed on the bike to make it street legal. I had such an adventure picking up this bike and bringing it home, but I almost forgot how rewarding is riding one of these bikes, how amazing it feels riding on a 35, 36-year-old dirt bike on the street. I realize I've been missing out on these bikes a lot. It just makes me smile. What's bad, what's good, and what are the things that I'm gonna do to the bike. Plastics are kind of rough. I already removed a ripped tail bag. The license plate is broken. The exhaust misses the silencer. The side panels, despite the scratches, overall plastic shape is pretty good, but some of the paint, it needs to be retouched. It's a plastic gas tank, so it's pretty easy to like polish. The sticker on the right side is still pretty good. This seat, there are some minor rips on the seat. Probably it's gonna be great to have like a seat cover and redo that cover. This specific taillight, it's a Cherbiz, as you can see, it says on top of it. The seat again has a minor rip here. And same situation with the side panel. The frame itself, as it's expected for a dirt bike, it has a lot of scuff and needs to be retouched as far as the paint. But on this side, on the gas tank, there is a bubble on this sticker because these are plastic gas tanks and the gas evaporates from the plastic, and that's why. The handlebar, I think that's stock handlebar. It's, there are a lot of scratches. I'm gonna need to replace the plastic tubes because they are super sticky and gross. Again, because this was a dirt only and it's been a street legal later, it has a Trailtech Enduro like odometer and trip computer. And all these things here are for, for blinker because again, those are aftermarket, and normally on the XR650Ls, they go under this panel, but again, since this is aftermarket, it's been installed here. The fork covers needs to be cleaned up. I gotta remove them to see if the fork is leaking or not, but I don't think there is a leak, there is anything wrong with the suspension. Protector for the front disc. Aftermarket headlight, this is a Baja design headlight, which is LED. So despite all those cosmetic imperfections, something that kind of motivated me and made me pull the trigger on this bike, it was the whole engine situation. Engine block, the steel looks rough, but there hasn't been any leaks whatsoever. Seller told me it has about like 3,000 miles roughly, because these engines, they're known to be bulletproof. Now I'm gonna go through the list that I have on my phone on the things that I need to address on the bike. First thing first, I had to make this video, right? Because I wanted to capture the current situation. I already removed the tail bag. There was a ripped blue tail bag. General wash. Then I need to address the sticker situation. I need to take care of the carb. Why is the overflow leaks? Retouch the side panels. I haven't had any issues with the performance, so it doesn't need any kind of carb tune or rejigging or anything like that. Need to replace the handlebar tubes because they are sticky and gross. So potentially I'm gonna add a riser to kind of rise about like 1 or 2 inch the handlebar, so the position it's a little bit better, so I can ride it upright, more comfortable. Do an oil change, change the oil and filter. I'm gonna need to retouch the frame a little bit. With me, a lot of things are about the looks, and that kind of keeps me passionate. I care about the looks as much as I care about the performance, right? So I'm gonna need to get a new tail bag for the bike because it's missing a tail bag, hand guards and protections to the handlebar. Now it comes to the interesting part, which is kickstarting the bike. I'm gonna attach the microphone to the exhaust. Ready? It was easy to start, but the problem was, the moment that I turned on the petcock, it started dripping gas. Hope you enjoyed this video. This was the introduction. I'm gonna make another video and I'm gonna update you on how the progress is going. If you have any comments or thoughts, any ideas about this bike and how my build needs to go through, post comments. Thanks for watching and cheers.